So I've been looking at the Bethune-Cookman situation with Ed Reed, and I believe him and them students as far as everything that's going on 1000%. Because what's going on, I done lived through it, and I done seen and witnessed the shit at the same time. So let me tell y'all about my experience at my HBCU. A lot of the same situations that's going on with this one and Ed Reed. They don't want him there. They don't. They ultimately don't. And part of that reason is why, what I believe is because he gonna mess up they little round table, they cahoot group, the corrupt group that's there. Eventually he gonna poke that bear and they gonna be exposed. So it's either two things: get rid of him or keep him at bay. And the best option was probably to get rid of him, because you had already seen what he was doing on campus. He got them players out there. Man, y'all go pick up this trash out here on this campus. Y'all go clean out these buildings that's full of trash and all this different stuff. He said, hey, man, these people out here hoarding buildings full of trash. For what? It don't make no sense. And then when you do that and try to change some things and change the culture, change some things that's instilled within the fabrics of the school, and, you know, make things different, create a different cultural environment, they don't want that. They don't want no change. You disrupting their group. That's what you doing. So it's either you gonna be in what we got going on, or you gonna be out. And that's that stealing shit. That's exactly what it is. A lot of your HBCUs, I ain't talking about your ones in the SWAC, I'm talking about the small ones. The NAIAs. I don't think there's any HBCUs that's D3. I don't know. Y'all let me know. It's none that I know of. Your smaller ones like that, they underfunded. A lot of them are underfunded. I wouldn't say that they underfunded. I'll say that the funds are being misappropriated, misused, stolen. That's what I would say. Because you go and look at a lot of these HBCUs, and I'm talking about your Texas colleges, your Jarvis Christians, your Muskogees, your Lyon colleges. What's another one up there by Memphis? I can't think of it. It may be named Lyon, but I think that's the one that's in Arkansas. But I don't know if they're HBCU or not. But it's plenty of these small HBCUs, y'all, that's NAIA, that look nothing of what they should look like. These schools been in session for over 200 some years, and they still look like the way they looked damn near 200 years ago, probably with an exception of maybe one new building or two. And they hold the excuse, oh, we want to keep this historical. But where are all the funds being appropriated to that y'all getting year in and year out? So that raised the question, why these schools look like this, and over all these time and over all these years, there's no improvements, none whatsoever? Where the money at? Y'all heard that man saying they ain't had no practice field? They had to clean off some property for them boys to have a practice field. Even my school, we had a practice field, and we ain't got no stadium now to play in to call our own. But, you know, every other school in the surrounding area, they don't either. They got a big stadium where everybody come play at, which is cool. It's nice. But a school like Bethune-Cookman, that's bigger than my HBCU, that's more well known than my HBCU, they should have their own damn practice field, if anything. Now that's outrageous. Now let's get this understood. The difference in the money between the SWAC HBCU and the NAIA HBCU, them SWAC HBCUs, the ones that y'all know the most, they in bed with the state. They funded by the state. So they gonna get the things that they need. The majority of them, I don't know if Bethune-Cookman is private or public, but I assume it's public. Now, a HBCU like mine is private, and a lot of others that are NAIAs, because, well, a lot of them are backed by the the CME church, so that makes them private, just like any other white private institution that'll be, you know, Catholic or Methodist or Baptist. You feel what I'm saying? So with your schools that's not in bed with the state, they have to be funded and backed by the alumni, right? Now y'all know, when it come to niggas and other niggas, there is no trust, none whatsoever. Especially when it come to funds and money, especially significant amounts of funds. There ain't no love, there ain't no trust, none whatsoever. And you see it with these HBCUs. Boy, When I went to my HBCU, and I transferred from a white private institution to my HBCU that I graduated from. When I first pulled up there, I thought I was tripping. But I was like, you know what? It ain't like I ain't lived through nothing like this before at my other school. So I ain't really tripping, because the conditions of it was some bullshit as well. So when I pull up the campus, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all myself. We finna take a ride over there. I'm in town. So look, I pull up the campus, right? And we finna go tour the school, right? And I'm already looking, when we drive up in the school, it ain't number one little big circle. It's a little circle, you know, probably maybe 4 or 5 buildings that make up the whole campus. So, but you know, I'm meeting the football coach for the first time. You know, I hit him up because I'm Googling this school, and me not knowing nothing really much about HBCUs. I'm from Louisiana, y'all. The only really HBCUs that I really knew about was Southern and Grambling. That's really about it. So I had my mind on TSU, but I'm so young and I'm on the internet. I'm trying to research this stuff and figure this stuff out myself. And this is why I tell a lot of parents and a lot of players as well, get somebody in your corner that's been through what you finna go through, so they can give you some leeway and some guidance of what the things to look for and what not to look for, you know, and things that, you know, you shouldn't want and you should get, you know, so on and so forth as far as your recruiting process, right? And, you know, I'm not knowing none of this. And mind you, I'm one of the top athletes to come out of this country in 2014, right? So I kind of fell through the cracks as far as not having guidance when I left my first school. And me being the type player that I am and the person that I was, I don't give a damn where I'm at, because I'm a star. I'm going to shine wherever I go, so it don't matter to me. And so we finna tour the school, right? Coach come out, you know, we have a little meeting, we talk. And he say, hey, let me come show you the locker room. We pull up to the locker room. Practice field and locker room, the same place. Nice locker room, nice facility, you know, nothing too shabby, but it's a nice locker room, you feel what I'm saying, from the outside. You know, we walk in, nice offices and everything, and we go to the locker room. Y'all, I kid y'all not, the locker room looked like a middle school PE locker room. Like, you know, the old lockers where they got the holes welded into them in like a pattern, like a diamond shape, and you got your little cubby hole at the top that you pull the latch off of, and you put the lock in, and you know, you pull your lock open from the bottom part. They got the big compartment, right, where you can, you know, hang your helmet up and stuff. Y'all, the last time I seen a locker room that looked like this was I was in 7th grade middle school. I didn't even fathom that locker rooms look like this in college. This ain't even high school. And it's high schools that got well better locker room facilities than this. So I'm like, man, you know what? I ain't worried about it, bro. You got everything you need to do what you need to do. No excuses, none whatsoever. So we leave the campus. We pull up to the dorms. And this where they got me staying at. Now, mind you, I'm thinking I'm staying in the dorms that's being built, because it's a brand new dorm that they building when I first get there, but they're not finished with it yet. And they moved basically all the students that were staying in the old dorms on campus, they moved them to off-campus dorms. And I'm finna show y'all what this shit look like. Alright, so I'm pulling up. Now this probably about 5-6 miles away from campus. This supposedly supposed to be the off-campus dorms. So I'm pulling up over here for the first time. You know, I don't know really what to expect when I pull up down here. And this what it is, man. It's the annex. This what they call the annex. Right here. Texas College Rose Hall. Y'all see the sign. But this is where we used to live. I'll show y'all exactly where I stayed. And they just stopped letting students live in here probably about 2-3 years ago. From 2017 to 2020, I know it was students staying here. And as y'all can see, this is an old nursing home. People done died in here, y'all. Years and 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 years ago. I used to stay in this one right here. This one right here on the end. I used to stay right there. And y'all, please believe, it looked, just the way it looked, it smelled that way too. Yeah, it smell like old folks in there. No student paying their money to go to any school, I don't care what it is, shouldn't be living in conditions like this. None whatsoever, y'all. None whatsoever. And I ain't here to bash my HBCU. I'm proud of my HBCU. I'm proud I graduated there. It changed my life, I would say. So I ain't got nothing bad to say. But my whole thing is, it's situations going on at these schools that need to be addressed. And Ed Reed was addressing certain situations. And them kids coming together, them students coming together, addressing situations. Now see, the only reason why all situations couldn't get addressed or shed light on like they should have been, because we didn't have people coming together in numbers. See, it take numbers to shed light on these situations. If it ain't no numbers coming together and making a scene, they ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna change nothing. They gonna keep them kids living the same way they living, feeding them what they feeding them, and doing them how they doing them. Lack of everything. It's already hard being a college student as it is. You ain't got no money. You're gonna have to get out here and hustle at some point in time. If you ain't no athlete, and it's the crazy thing about the athletes at this school, and not just this school, many other HBCUs, small HBCUs, they ain't getting paid. Y'all want to go get, y'all, they want good athletes, but they ain't paying them. What's $1,000 scholarship, y'all? What's that paying for? And let's jump back on the money situation as far as these HBCUs, from public to private, and who in bed with the state and who ain't. These private institutions cost more than some of these community colleges in these towns. For real. Texas College costs more to go there than it is to go to the community college that's here. And that motherfucker look nice. It look like a D1 damn near. You pull up on their campus. And they got some top athletes that go there. It's a JUCO. So you would be like, well damn, why it cost that much? It's because it's a private institution. So you paying more to go to a school that's looking like that is underfunded versus a school that's cheaper, that ain't underfunded, and you get all the things that you need. And they were so quick to call Deion a sellout when he left, not knowing that when them white folks come to you and they offer you a deal, they already know what you ain't getting and what you don't have and what you want and desire. So they come with the whole package. So how the hell could a nigga deny the shit? And you got your own people doing your own people wrong, and you trying to make change, and these niggas got an issue. That's what this is. That's the whole problem. And if I had to have any say so with any of these HBCUs, I had a feds audit their ass every year until we get this shit straight, because this shit ain't right, bro. It's not. It's just not. If you seen a couple of my videos back, I told y'all about the situation, how the school scammed me, right? I could have went full-fledged, lawyered up, and got me some M's out that school, but I ain't do it. That ain't what I came to the school for. I just wanted to get my diploma and be gone, man. It's a lot of the stealing and that's the main root, stealing. And what they not realizing, these staff and the administrations that's running these schools, these small HBCUs, the big ones too, because they got they fraud situations too. They got theirs too. But what's going on is they looking at it like, well, we can't let nobody else get in and make it look better, because that's gonna shed light on us that we ain't doing our job and we being wrong and crooked. When on the flip side is, if you do let them people come in and better the program and build the sports up, build everything up to the standard that it need to be, that's gonna better the school, and that bring in more money for the school. Because when you got a better football team that's winning, and when you got a better basketball team that's winning, and a better baseball team that's winning, guess what that's gonna bring? People to come to the game that's gonna pay that money. And what them funds go to? Towards the school. Y'all, unknown to my knowledge, when I went to this school, And it didn't really matter to me when I found out, because I ain't care. Like I told y'all, I'm a star. I'm a shine wherever I go. I'm undeniable. So I'm like, man, so we getting ready to do things, and they tell them, just different players that's been there, they filling in and telling me, man, we ain't won a game in 5 years. I say, nigga, what? Y'all ain't won a game in 5 years, or they done won 1 game in 5 seasons type shit. Some outrageous ass shit. I'm like, bro, what's going on? And it ain't no answers. But as I kept, you know, living through it, I'm starting to see it. The AD, she the basketball coach. She got some type of situation with the head coach they just hired, which was a coach that's somewhat like Ed Reed. And he was at Bethune-Cookman after he left this school I'm talking about that I graduated from. He went to Bethune-Cookman and coached. I'm not sure if they had the same situations there, which I'm sure they probably did when he was there, and probably tried to change some shit, and that's probably why he left from there too. So the whole problem was, you got the AD that ain't trying to clear no players, but all they basketball players get cleared, and they do pretty well. And we can't even get the AD to go and hire another trainer. We got 1 trainer, y'all, and it's 55 fucking players that's out here banging every day. And this nigga got us out here going to war with each other at the same time. We going full pad 7 days a week. We got 1 trainer. And you know, with grown men out there banging every day with no lack, because you know you got your college players, y'all gonna go at least 3 days out the week. Y'all gonna go shells, helmet, shoulder pads, shorts. There ain't gonna be no tackling, none of that, just to prevent injury. Bruh, we out there getting banged up, nicked up, damn near smashing each other every day on this nigga behalf, and him treating us like a damn drill tip. Like we out here in the army going through basic training. We out here hurting ourselves, so we have no way to recoup and recover when it come game time. We got 1 trainer, and we limited when it come to things to help us get rehabilitated over injuries. You see where I'm going with this? How could you sustain and have a good football team when you got all the lack of all these different things? And you got some days you come to practice, boy, niggas so roguish, boy, they'll get to practice before you. Ain't been to practice in 2-3 weeks, but they on the football team. They show up magically before your ass. You get to your locker, nigga, your shoulder pads may be missing, your helmet may be missing, your shorts, your gloves. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, I done seen some shit at this school, boy. But, you know, it is what it is, bro. Niggas gonna always use and abuse each other in every aspect. So back to the school. I graduate, right? I got my cap and gown. I got everything paid for, taken care of. And you know, this coming up with COVID. COVID had just hit. So I'm already kind of ticked off because they didn't cancel the graduation ceremony. We didn't bought cap and gowns and paid this money and did all this and that. And we can't even have no ceremony, not even virtually, right? So these niggas too sorry to do that. So time passed on, graduated what, May? Time passed on around by July. Now, my portal, which is my account for my college and everything, you know, as far as finances and classes and all that good stuff, my mama hit me one day and say, hey, I just got a ding on your portal that they didn't took a loan out for you, like you finna get ready to re-enroll for the next 2020 semester. And I'm like, why the hell would they be doing that? I done got cap and gown. We didn't have we like this shit over with. You feel what I'm saying? So I said, okay, alright. I said, let's give them enough rope to hang themselves. Let's see what they gonna do. Next week come, they done dropped another check in their account. Now see, the only reason why I knew this shit was going on is because I had the notification set up on my account to ding off and let me know when something is going on or any moves has been made, no matter what. So it go off. Now a lot of people that went to the school, they ain't looking at no portal. These niggas get their schedule and that's it. They may look at the portal one time They don't even do homework. They just show up. They don't even give out homework at this school, y'all. It was by far the easiest diploma that I know I could ever get. I'm talking about all you gotta do is just show up. You ain't gotta do nothing. They don't even sign homework, y'all. So people not getting on the portal to check anything unless they just ultimately have to. Unless a nigga checking up on a refund check or something. It's the only reason why a nigga would get on there and check it. So they know this, right? They know ain't nobody going on there and looking at that. So this how they did me. I said, mama, let's just wait. Give them enough room to hang themselves. I said, let's see if they gonna cut these checks. Let's see how slick these niggas really is. Cause I already know they get down just by dealing with them over the years. So I let that time pass by. These niggas done dropped the check. They done cut both of them and dispersed it. And the money ain't go to me. They ain't told me nothing. They ain't notified me or nothing. Nothing like that. Check cut and everything. So I make an email and I screenshot everything and I CC the whole administration. What is going on with this? I done graduated. Why is it a loan being taken out in my name? Like I'm finna get ready to enroll in the 2020 semester, right? So I don't get no emails back after 24 hours. Next day come up, my phone jumping. It's the president. Oh, hey, Mr. English, we're sorry for what's going on. There's been some breaches in our office as far as the comptroller. That person is no longer with us anymore, so you don't have to worry about that. We'll take care of this situation and we'll get rid of it. I said, nigga, you better, because if I find out y'all taking this loan out in my name and I'm not the person that's actually doing all of this, what's it's gonna look like when they look at the IRS, look at me and they say, oh, you done took this loan out, so where the money at, or you gonna have to pay this back. I'm not doing that. No, it ain't going like that. Or it'll look like I frauded the government. You feel what I'm saying? Knowing that I didn't already graduated. Once they look into things, that's gonna look like I scammed the government for a loan and I'm not in school. So nah, I wasn't going for that. So he called, you know, he gave his little talk and everything, you know, he gonna take care of it, woo woo woo. So I let it slide. I didn't want to go there with them. I just wanted to get my diploma, man. But things like that had been going on, I know for a fact, because I'm looking at it like, if y'all did this to me, imagine the people that don't have the notifications set up on their portal to let them know this type of stuff going on, and y'all just doing it. These people gonna look back years later and be like, what the hell, what is this? And it's gonna be a problem. A lot of people gonna look at it and not even worry about it, like they do other student loans. They don't care. But my thing is, man, it's a lot of corruption going on with these NAIAs, these HBCUs, these smaller HBCUs versus the bigger ones. And the light needs to be shed on them, because it's a lot of wrong that's being going on, bro. And it ain't gonna be fixed until the masses of people shine light on it. That's the only way it's gonna get corrected. And man, I stand with Ed Reed and all the students that attend HBCUs, bro. Like, we really go through a lot going to these schools, and the administrations, they don't make it better because they stealing. You watch them pull up. I done watch them pull up every morning, stand on campus. They pull up, Benzes are better, not a speck of dirt on the tires, boy. But they treating us like slaves, damn near, when it come to their money, and not giving us what they need because they got their hand in the pot, getting they cake off the top. It's sad, but it's true, y'all. It's sad, but it's true. And it gets even more crazier. Let me read y'all this shit. Texas college students under federal investigation after federal financial aid funds are believed to have been improperly given out. Let me read this to y'all. Based on the college's internal investigation, the findings were reported to federal law enforcement agencies for criminal prosecution. Tyler, Texas. Some Texas college students are under federal investigation for money awarded in scholarships and loans that the school says they may have not have deserved. Relisha Morrison graduated from Texas College in the spring as valedictorian. She was planning to apply to Berklee College of Music for her master's, but after getting a letter from Texas College, she's not sure what her next step will be. Now this CBS 19, y'all can look up this same article. It's on the internet. It just came out probably about 4 to 5 months ago, last year. So let me keep reading. She says, I received a letter in the mail on June 17th stating debts owed $10,208, said Morrison. I don't know where that came from. It came out of the blue. Morrison's $10,000 debt comes from 2 sources. One is the presidential scholarship that's roughly $8,000, and the other $2,000 is from a federal unsubsidized Stafford loan. Where is this coming from? Quote unquote, said Morrison. Quote, you know, I've asked everything. They wouldn't have even cleared me to, you know, even graduate if I had not met all my academic financial requirements. Morrison says because of her balance has not been paid, she cannot get her transcript to apply to a master's program. I sent the email, this is quote from Morrison, I sent the email to the financial aid to new head director. I CC'd the entire administration, just like I did, just stating why is this happening, said Morrison. Morrison says, oh, I messed up. Morrison says she sent 2 emails and made numerous phone calls to Texas College for roughly a month and a half without getting a response. And that's what they do. You can call that school right now. And it's what, January 30th? I'm pretty sure school is in session. Ain't nobody gonna answer the fucking phone. You can call the president office. You can call the financial aid office. You can call all that shit. You won't get them on the phone. You probably have to call 2 and 3 and 4 times. Real talk. And don't mind emailing. Definitely ain't gonna get no response out of that shit. You gonna have to do what this girl did right here. CC the whole entire staff and let them know what's going on for documentation purposes when it come to court. That's how you gotta do these people. You damn near gotta take them all the way to the courthouse, bruh. Cause they'll do you dirty. Y'all see how they trying to do this girl. This girl done clearly graduated. If she didn't have all her qualifications to graduate, she wouldn't have graduated. And now you're trying to say that she owe a balance. Come on now. So where does money come from? This $10,000 and this $2,000. So that's $12,000 that they done added on to this girl bill supposedly after she done graduated, saying that she need to pay it. And if she don't pay it, she won't get her transcript. What kind of shit going on? Y'all see what I'm talking about? I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Ed Reed ain't lying. Deion ain't lying. Them students ain't lying. Ain't nobody lying. The niggas that's lying is these people that's in these administration offices at these HBCUs. That's who fucking lying. Your own people abusing your own people. It's sad. It's sad, boy. I'm telling you. And this TC claimed to be the oldest HBCU in East Texas. You got Wiley, which looks pretty nice when you pull up on their campus. At least when you pull up on Wiley, you see Wiley College signs and all kind of shit, you know, letting you know that you're in the area of the school. Shit, not TC. You got one little sign that sit out there on the block on Grand Avenue that say, welcome to Texas College. After that, you don't see nothing else that's regarding that it's you in the area of a damn college. You don't, until you pull up to that motherfucker. Real talk. And Jarvis Christian, that's right up the school from TC, in the middle of fucking nowhere, y'all. Literally, like, they put a school smack dab in the middle of nowhere. Like, the nearest thing for them as far as food is a gas station, and it's a McDonald's connected to it. The next thing for them, they'll have to drive 20 to 30 minutes north or east or west to get to some food. Real talk. They in the middle of nowhere, and I hear niggas out there ain't even got locks on their damn doors. Crazy. I'm talking about, I done seen people get their refrigerator stolen out their room, shoes, clothes, microwaves, just crazy shit, bro. So I can only imagine what the hell going on up there. And when you pull up to that, boy, I thought TC was something. When you pull up to it, it looked like a project. But you pull up to that shit, boy, you be like, man, what the hell is this? They ain't even got windows on the building. Real talk. If y'all don't believe me, look these schools up. Type them in on Google and look at the pictures. Now, I'm pretty sure some of them pictures on there probably lying, because when I first looked at the school, when I was so-called trying to figure this thing out, they had some false ass pictures on there. It definitely didn't look nothing like the school looked in person. So yeah, bro, it's a lot going on, man. It gotta be stopped. This shit gotta be stopped, bro.